The WEG Programming Software makes it super easy to monitor and configure a drive. But before starting, there are a couple things you need to know. First and most important, don't plug a USB cable into the drive. Yeah, I know it has a couple ports that look just like mini USB connectors, but you do not want to plug a USB cable into those. Bad things can happen to the drive and your PC. The only way to communicate with this drive from your PC is to use one of 3 available communications modules. Let's install the 45 module for this video. Make sure the power to the drive is off. The manufacturer recommends waiting 10 minutes. Then remove this cover and plug in the 45 module. I'm using this USB to 45 converter with this flying lead cable, and all I have to do is connect the red wire to plus and the green wire to minus. Apply power to the drive and launch the WEG Programming Software, which I'll refer to as WPS. If this Show Welcome screen box is checked, then you'll see this dialog. For this video, we're just going to quickly monitor and change some parameters using this guy. Now, if this box isn't checked, then just go to Online, Quick Parameter Monitoring. I like leaving that box checked so I don't have to remember which menu this is in. If you ever need to get back to the welcome screen, it's up here in the Help menu. Click on Quick Parameters Monitoring. Now, even though we're using the USB converter, the PC thinks it's a serial port, so we check this one. Now we need to know which serial port the USB converter is emulating, so bring up your PC's device manager, open ports, and we see the Silicon Labs device is on port 12, so we put that here. The rest of this is the default for the CFW300 drive, so I'll hit Test to make sure we can connect. Yep, the device is online and we're good to go. Now if this test button doesn't give you that result, then check that these settings match these serial parameters in the drive. Click OK, and you instantly see all of the drive's parameters, names, factory defaults, and units. And since we're connected to the drive, these are the actual parameters in the drive. You can also view by category. If I click on motor control, then I only see the parameters associated with motor control. And I can even limit those to just the common ones. And the common ones I can view by groups. Let's narrow that down to just the ramps values. The red numbers highlight the differences between the online and offline values. That makes it super easy to see what's different. Again, these online values are the real-time values. If I change parameter 100 on the drive, you immediately see that change on the screen. Likewise, if I change the parameter on the screen, the parameter in the drive changes when I hit return or click away or tab away from the cell. So changing single parameters is super quick and easy. Suppose you want to change the parameters in bulk. For example, let's write all of these red ramp parameters to the drive. Well, I just hit the right button and it sends all the parameters in this list to the drive. That's important to understand. This right button only writes the parameters in the currently selected list. For example, I'll change these ramp parameters again and then select regulation. I'll change the regulation and hit the right button. Now if I go back to the ramp parameters, look at that, they're unchanged. Again, the right button only updates the parameters in the currently selected list. So if I want to write all parameters, then I would click here to select all parameters and then hit the right button. It's great that this WPS software gives me complete control over what gets written to the drive. The read button works the same way. It only reads the parameters in the currently selected list. Again, giving you complete control over which parameters you want to mess with. What if you want to write only some of the parameters in a group? Well, just select the parameters you don't want to mess with and hit the minus button. It removed them from this window, so now they won't get written, or read for that matter. Want them back? Hit the plus button, select the parameters you want back, and hit OK. Now this is cool. I can filter which parameters are shown. I currently have all parameters selected, but suppose I only want to see parameters that deal with current. Look at that. The software narrows the list down as I type. How about fire mode? Or braking? Very cool. That's a huge time saver when I'm trying to find a specific parameter, and it also clues me in on other parameters I may not have been aware of. I love that feature. Parameters 9, 10, and up are user parameters, which are primarily used for the built-in soft PLC. Clicking on this button gives you total control over how those parameters are defined. You can change the data type, the min, the max, the default value, if it's retentive or not, read only, do you want the drive to ask for confirmation before implementing a change, is it password protected, and do you want it displayed in hex? If you click on this guy, then you can also specify the unit shown on the LCD display and even the number of digits. We'll get into all of that in the video on the Soft PLC. For now, just beware that you have total control over those parameters. That's amazing. In the next video, we'll learn about configurations. Configurations open up a whole bunch of handy features, like monitoring and configuration wizards that show you all the common things you want to know about the drive at a glance. Monitoring windows that you can customize however you want, trending, diagnostics, and a whole lot more. In the meantime, click here to learn more about the WEG CFW300 variable frequency drive. Click here to learn about Automation Direct's free award-winning support options, and click here to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you'll be notified when we publish new videos.